Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to my garden. It's almost mid-September, September 11. Terrible day, but it was a few years ago. And so I thought I'd bring you up to date on what's been going on, what I've been doing. I just noticed here, if I can show you here. Look at that. It's a seed pod from these begonias. I don't remember the name of them, but they're really cool. Look at that. I've never grown begonias from seed, so I thought maybe I'll come and grab some seed pods. Let me go around here to see if this other one has it. Because they're starting to peter out. This is what the squirrels do. They dig the coconut coir out. Let me look at this one. Talk about a random moment. I came out to do a video about other things, and then I get sidetracked into... Is that a seed pod there? I don't know. It's a different kind than those red ones over there. Well, so my hydrangeas from last year are doing really well in these pots. We had a burning dry out session there. I should transplant those into the ground. I have to figure out a spot. And I'm sorry, it's airplane time. I forgot about that. 5 o'clock in the evening, early evening here. Metro Airport is that way, so I get all the airplanes. These are the maple seeds I planted. There's two different kinds here. And I looked them up, and right now I can't remember which kind. But see, there's two different kind of leaves. These are really pointed, and these are rounded. So I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do next. I don't think I should leave them in that all winter. I'm kind of afraid to repot them up now. I think these get really big. Somewhere over there are these maple trees, because these seeds came flying over here this spring. So what I've been doing so far... Oh, you're going to love this. I have a black walnut tree that's been tossing down softball-sized black walnuts everywhere. I don't have it, it's my neighbor's. So yeah, excuse the randomness. I repotted the apricot tree. Well, I redug it in. I took it over here and planted it here. I dug down as deep as I could, so hopefully it'll retain the moisture, because it wasn't doing... I had it here, and it's just whatever's under there wasn't, keeping enough water. This is my Scepter d'Isle black spot, but there has been new growth. This is that purple fountain grass, which won't make it here in the winter. I took out all those Proven Winners petunia things. They were looking nasty. Let's see here. These are my colettes. Here. I have one on this side, bare root this year. And one on this side, that's getting some yellow. I don't know if that's nitrogen or it's just the time of year. And these just are that were seeds in the dirt from a previous year, came back. This is my Marc Chagall, which died. I've got to cut those evil canes off, but haven't had the nerve yet. But I did get a bunch of new growth on it. I think I've explained to you all, I've had, with this whole bed, used to be a big vegetable bed, and when I converted it over to a flower bed, I did amend it, but not as much as those two beds over there, which were really severely, amended. But I have been getting better growth here. Now these are my hydrangeas. That's how big they've gotten this year. They took that heavy hit in the spring with the frost. This is the only one I've gotten flowers off of. I don't remember the name of it. These are my 3 Atlas roses here. One there, and one here. I have been amending the soil. I've been fertilizing, and there's a big bee over there. Go away. These, I think they're called stokasters. They've been coming. I really like those. If I ever see some more of those, I'm going to grab them. This is a poor, sad peony. It's supposed to be one of those orange ones, peach colored. It's just not thriving, so I may dig it up and plant it somewhere else. This is an Oh So Easy rose, but I did get some new growth on it by amending the soil around it. This is Crown Princess Marguerite. Yeah. She may get chopped and moved. And this is Zephrine. Looking better. I mean, they were bad. So I'm going to probably cut it all back. And this is my favorite, Princess Alexandria of Kent. I did get some new growth here. I've got to cut those stalks off, but look at this, new growth here. Now that experiment one where it was Dr. Huey was taking over the rootstock, here it is. It's a red and white, bicolor rose. So all that growth there is, I believe, the red and white. I won't know until next year, though. Here's another shot of my apricot tree that I just transplanted this morning. You better do well over here. Now, I don't know. See that big mosquito on me right there? God, they're bad. Am I supposed... This is the leader. Here. Am I supposed to cut that off so it just grows... I've never grown a fruit tree before. Because I don't want it to get really tall. I want to be able to harvest. So any fruit tree folks, let me know what I'm supposed to do there. I can already feel that mosquito bite. Oh! So these hydrangeas are kind of like squat this year. My black lace elderberry is growing over the neighbor's yard. Oh well, he's kind of a crab, so I don't care. Phlox is doing well. This one is pretty well petered out. Here we have, should figure out some sort of Halloween-y type thing to do with this. It'd be kind of fun. Honestly, guys, I'm getting eaten alive out here. This is a handle climbing rose again. I've had this for 3 or 4 years. Not the most vigorous rose. It is doing better over here, though, than it did in its previous spot, so who knows. This is a mess, but I'm afraid to do anything with it because I know I have tulip bulbs. Here come more walnuts. I had all those tomatoes here. I took all of them out, took off the tomatoes, and we're almost done. And got rid of that. Let's see if there's any seeds on these begonias. Because these ones are super pretty. Oh, look at the flower came off. They're so pretty, though. I don't see any seed heads. Is that a seed head there? I don't know. Stick it in my pocket and find out. The bees are incredible. So I took all this out. All my echinacea here has bloomed out. Here you can kind of see them there. So I need to clean this up. Big spider web in there though, so it's been kind of talking me out of going in there. I have this vine that reseeded itself. It's a cardinal vine. Get off of me. God, mosquitoes. They're the flowers. Here we go. You can see the flowers here. Let's see if I can zoom in. There you go. It's never done that. Last year I grew it, and this year it reseeded itself. More walnuts. This is, I don't remember. It's pale pink, and there's one back there, another rose that's at least showing some health. Now that at last rose, the black spot has gotten to it, but it's blooming its little heart out. Bees, go away. I feed you, I don't want to be that close to friends. Let me show you here. This garden back here's got those 2 peonies and 2 ferns and some daylilies and some irises in it. I have to redo that whole bed next year. These coleus are doing really well. And the ferns. That's an Arctic fire dogwood with the red branches in the winter, same as this one. It's funny, at this time of year, it gets something. I'm standing here itching myself because they're biting me to death. Something goes after the leaves on that. But this is, I'm sorry, airplane. This is sad. I hope it comes back next year. It's an astilbe, a really pretty astilbe. It's just, I'm not happy. And I paid a ton of money for that one too. Over here, the Hakakanoa, I can't ever say what it is. Grass is doing really well, so I can split those next year. And here is sweet autumn vine. Clematis, sweet autumn clematis. It's just covered. But here we have my favorite, one of my favorite roses here, just defoliated from black spot. The unknown one there is doing pretty well. Still, beginning to think the unknowns that you get from places that aren't so expensive are the best. This poor baby, black spot, but again, I've got new growth coming here, but I mean, it's September. I'm really sorry, guys. Nothing I can do about the airplanes. This is interesting because I cut this at last rose back, and I got a lot of new growth in here and flowers down underneath. Now this is Eustacia vi, staying very small. This is the peace rose that I transplanted. It's kind of dying out. This is cherry parfait, which is a lovely rose. You can't beat this. Look at. But I started to get black spot now. This is Vanessa Bell. Doing very good. I planted it this year. This is, I think, Poet's wife. It was supposed to be Scepter Dial, but turned out not to be. And this is Roald Dahl here. This is James Galway. And this monster that goes up in here, and then the Sweet Autumn Clematis is taking over, is New Dawn. So this is where I am right now. I've been coming out and mixing up the dirt from the tomato pots with cow doo-doo, and just, you can see it here, really putting it around the base of the roses. And I've been collecting these guys. I did plant this sedum, and these are sedums I just transplanted from the other house. Kind of a strange looking flower. I think they have a prettier color one, a darker. And these are, I mean, they look like miniatures. Proven winners, lemonade ice, and, oh God, what's the other one? The other one's just like it, but it's a different name. Lemonade ice and Ringo All-Star. But look how small. So I have a feeling it's nitrogen. I don't know. I could do a soil test, but haven't gotten to that yet. It's kind of late in the year. This guy over here is a Jacob's coat, which is a real neat climbing rose because the flowers are all different color, oranges and pinks and reds and yellows. So that's where I am so far this year. Now it's just the time for cleanup, clean out, collecting walnuts. Oh, I'll show you something else. Over here, this is a transplanted Japanese forest fern. I thought it died. I transplanted it and it just poofed. It was nothing. And then I came out and it was doing that. So I'm really happy about that. I hope it makes it through the winter. This is another hydrangea, one of the endless summers. That I just wonder if I can't grow hydrangeas. Go figure. So I'm going to come over here and get a little thing and collect the seeds off of those, and maybe next year I'll be crazy enough to try to grow them from seed. And if anybody grows maple trees for like bonsai or anything, what do you do with them when they get this size? In the fall and overwintering, I guess is what I am. Here's the maple trees. Weirdly enough, this waterfall, it's alive. It just hasn't grown at all. This Ryusin is a monster. Something's eating on him. But he's just a happy dude. This is the lion's head. And a new growth here, look at that. This one is, and again, I've got some bug on them. Shisha Shawam Autumn Moon. Kind of meh for me here. It doesn't like the sun at all. And this one is Dragon Master. When they say they're slow growing, they ain't lying. So I probably will overwinter them because they're in the pots again in the garage this year. And next year, figure out where to plant them, maybe the back. Especially the ones that like the shade. That's very shady back there. And I've had a real strange thought because there is something severe over there with the drainage and whatever with the soil. My thought is, I don't know, is to pull these vining ones plus all the roses over here and drop them into this bed over here. This does a little bit better. Not much, but it does. And, I mean, they can live along the peach tree and the apricot tree. Move the phlox and everything else over to this bed. Be easier to water, I guess. And so I have to sit down and decide if I want to try and do that next spring, because I'm not going to do it this fall. What is this nastiness on my... You know, there's bugs out here that just tick me off. And those little white cottage, what are they called? Cabbage fly moths. They leave those little evil worms. I had a squishing war with them. This is Garden Sun. So you can see, look, it's something just chewed its way along here. And I have sprayed, but it's kind of like a lost cause. So on that note, I shall leave you. And I've been out here all day pretty much. I have work to do inside. And I will see you in the next one. Hopefully I'll have some of this taken care of by then. Have a good day. See you soon.